Well, that was a turn up, wasn't it, guys? What is going on? Jonathan here with another video for Crazy Shadow 303. This is the Matchweek 13 review. Wasn't able to get a preview out earlier this week because basically what I say, the job I've got, it's in the retail industry, and it was Black Friday weekend, so I had to put in a lot of hours there, so obviously I didn't get a lot of time to do any videos at all. So yeah, that's the career path I made, you know. So just had to deal with it, I'm afraid. So apologies for that. But this is the review, and yeah, 1-1, which was a bit surprising considering our last game against Chelsea we got absolutely destroyed. The ironic thing is, literally 4 minutes game time after Pulis had been sacked, Rondon scores almost straight away, you know. 4 minutes in and Albion are 1-0 up. That may be where a little bit of the Pulis tactics kind of set in, because, you know, this isn't the first time we've gone 1-0 up and just defend, and eventually whoever we're against equalises. In this case, Harry Kane, 15 minutes from the end. And yeah, could have stayed 1-0. We should have really gone for 2-0, you know. But if it was 2-0, you know, I think we'd have got, you know, it would have been the win that no one would have expected, wouldn't it, guys? But yeah, Rondon scores literally 4 minutes into the game, and you're thinking, you know, just go for the second, go for the jugular, you know, don't give Tottenham any time at all. But no, we went back into a bit of the Pulis philosophy, which entails defending a 1-0 lead if we score first. Yeah, so obviously, eventually, you know, just like with Stoke earlier in the season, get 1-0 up, just try to defend the 1-0 lead, and then eventually lose out, and it finishes a 1-1 draw. Like it did with Stoke, like it did with Leicester. And yeah, well, a point is a point. You know, we're still a point above the bottom three after West Ham drew with Leicester by the same scoreline. I'll get to that later. But yeah, you know, at least it's a start. You know, at least we're grabbing points again. You know, at the end of the day, this point might be crucial to whether we stay up or go down, or, you know, whatever. And yeah, one thing I want to address though is Ben Foster's yellow card. The official reason is time wasting. I did a little check on the stats for all the weekend's games, and in terms of the in-play time, that's the time when the ball is actually on the pitch, active. You know, it's not a dead ball like for a set piece or a corner or a goal kick. You know, the in-play time was 61 minutes and 26 seconds. Compare that to the other matches this weekend, their in-play times. That was the third highest of all the weekend's games. The third highest. And, you know, Pochettino had been complaining that we'd been time wasting. But why should we take quick goal kicks and quick free kicks and, you know, quick corners just to suit Tottenham? You know, any team does it, especially the goal kicks where Foster got booked. You know, you're telling me that Lloris wouldn't have done it at the other end, or De Gea wouldn't have done it for Man U, or Courtois wouldn't have done it for Chelsea, or Cech wouldn't have done it for Arsenal. No. It's like Ben Foster has come straight out and said in an article that I read earlier today, he's not going to take quick goal kicks just to suit Tottenham. You know, he's looking out for West Bromwich Albion. You know, he's looking out for the interests of West Bromwich Albion. We're against one of the big teams in the league, you know. So we are going to take any advantage that we can get. You know, it didn't seem like basically he took any longer than Lloris did for Tottenham. You know, it only seemed longer because, you know, all the home fans, all the Tottenham fans were booing him every time he got near the ball. It just made it seem longer. And even Gary Megson said that, you know, it just seemed longer because everyone was getting on Foster's case, you know, from Tottenham. But when Lloris had the ball, oh no, you know, that's fine. So, my opinion, you know, this is only the opinion of one West Bromwich Albion supporter. The referee got influenced by the crowd there. You know, when he got booked for time wasting, the referee got absolutely influenced by it. You know, and this is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the whole time wasting incident. Obviously, any Spurs fans who are somehow watching this will say, oh no, he definitely time wasted. But, you know, that's your opinion. This is my opinion, you know. And in my opinion, nah. Foster didn't do anything different than any other goalkeeper in the league would do. You know, simple as that. And that's all I've really got to say about Tottenham versus Albion. Because, yeah, 1-1. I think we'd be happier with the point than Tottenham will. Because, you know, they lost a bit of ground on the leaders. And, yeah. So, let's hope that if it's not Megson that takes over full time, that the new manager will be able to improve results even further. The rumour is that it's going to be Alan Pardew because he's had a couple of interviews with Albion. But when that time comes that the new manager's announced, I will do a video there. Also, after the Newcastle game tomorrow, we've got a bit of a hectic schedule, as all the teams have over Christmas, but we've got no less than 7 games in December. I'll make a video on that as well, on our December schedule. And yeah, that's about it for this video for Albion. On to the other games. On Friday, West Ham drew 1-1 with Leicester. All Brighton on 8 minutes, you know, and really, Leicester should have put it to bed. You know, like we could have. But Coyote, right on half-time, drew, you know, got the equaliser. And that's how it finished. Second half, not really much to speak about. So, yeah, West Ham 1, Leicester 1. West Ham, I think, will be happier with that point. Crystal Palace 2, Stoke 1. There is a surprise result, to be honest. It was heading all towards a draw. Half-time 0-0, not really much to shout about. Shaqiri scored on the 53rd minute. Loftus-Cheek equalised 3 minutes later for Palace. And then right at the death, Sacco made it 2-1 Palace. Completely shocked everyone. You know, but at least they're grabbing points now. They might still be like at the bottom of the table, but at least they're grabbing points. Manchester United 1, Brighton 0. The result isn't a surprise, but it's a question of how the goal came about that is a surprise. United had to beat Brighton through an own goal. Yeah, on 66th minute, Brighton, you know, one of their defenders ends up putting it back in the back of his own net. And you know, that is surprising, the way the goal come about. The scoreline itself isn't a surprise. You know, you would expect Man United to beat someone like Brighton. But to beat them by just one own goal, you know, come on, Man U. You know, you've got goal scorers there. But yeah, at least Man United have got the 3 points. Newcastle 0, Watford 3. Now, this is good for us, to be honest, because we've got Newcastle tomorrow. And they lost 3-0 to Watford. So their confidence is going to be a bit low. And, you know, there might be something dangerous about a team with low confidence wanting to prove a point. But a 3-0 loss just before a game against us, you know, Newcastle, I don't know what they were doing. You know, I didn't really hear much about that game. I just know the result. Hughes on 19 minutes. Yedlin from Newcastle actually scored an own goal right on half-time, and Gray made sure that the points went to Vicarage Road. So yeah, 3-0 Watford against Newcastle, and we face Newcastle tomorrow. Swansea Bournemouth 0-0. Not really much to say about that. What can you say about a 0-0 draw? Both teams practically cancelled each other out there. Not really much to say about that one. The late kick-off on Saturday, Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. It all seemed to be going Liverpool's way. I mean, Mo Salah on the 65th minute, 1-0 Liverpool. And that pretty much woke Chelsea up, in my opinion. Because then 5 minutes from the end, Willian scores. Klopp is a bit annoyed that he couldn't get a substitute on before Willian scored, but I don't know, I don't know the ins and outs of that one. So, but yeah, I reckon that's a fair result for both teams. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Sunday's games, there was 3 of them. Southampton 4, Everton 1. Well, what can you say about Everton at the moment? They sacked Ronald Koeman. To be honest, Koeman is the fans' choice to be manager of West Bromwich Albion, but it looks like it may be Pardew. I don't know. But yeah, Everton, apart from that one goal right on half-time by Sigurdsson, didn't really show up. Tajik on 18 minutes, Charlie Austin scores 2. I think it's Charlie Austin. Yeah, he scored 2 goals. And Davis on the 87th minute, 3 minutes from the end. And yeah, Everton didn't really put up much of a fight. So Southampton 4, Everton 1. Hopefully things will look better for Everton once they get a new manager in. But, David Unsworth, he's doing what he can there. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. It went exactly the way that last year's fixture, the repeat fixture of this, went last season. Burnley thought they had earned a 0-0 draw against Arsenal, and then Arsenal get a penalty last minute, just like last season. Sanchez, obviously, no question, puts the penalty in. 1-0 Arsenal, and done and dusted. Sean Dyche and Burnley must be absolutely gutted that that's happened again. They're thinking, oh great, 0-0 draw, we've earned a point here, we'll be more happier with the point, and then they concede the penalty, just like last season. So yeah, Arsenal on the other hand will be grateful for the 3 points, let's face it, because they are part of the chasing pack for Man City. So there we go. Speaking of Man City, Huddersfield 1, Manchester City 2. The results, almost academical considering the two teams. But City did go behind. It was, at one point, Huddersfield 1, City 2. Huddersfield 1, City 0, I should say, at half-time. Otamendi right on half-time with an own goal. I mean, I don't know what the guy was thinking. I haven't really seen the goal. All I know is Otamendi, 45th minute, own goal. So there we go. They go into half-time 1-0 down. But Guardiola is a brilliant manager. He knows how to lift his team up when they're losing at half-time. And almost straight after the second half started, Aguero gets a penalty. And coolly dispatched it. So, yeah, they soon get the equaliser. And then literally 6 minutes from the end, Raheem Sterling gets the ball and just whacks it one. So 2-1 City. Something happened at the end of that game which one of the Huddersfield players, Van Lepara, I think it was, got sent off after the final whistle. I don't know if there was like a fight going on or anything like that, but he got sent off after the final whistle, so I'm told. So yeah, bit of a double punishment for Huddersfield there, losing to City and getting one of your players sent off after the final whistle. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, I apologise for not having a preview video for this match week. But as I said, I work in the retail industry. It was Black Friday weekend. My workplace needed me. So I didn't have a lot of time to do the preview video, I should say. So yeah, apologies for that. I will get the preview video for the Newcastle game out tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, I will do a video for the December schedule that we've got. 7 games in 1 month. You know, not to mention an 8th game just after New Year. So I will include that in the schedule as well, because technically, you know, 8 games, that's part of it. And I will give my opinions on where we should pick up points, where we'll be happy with a draw. Liverpool, Man United. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Like this video if you liked it, obviously. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, if you haven't already done so. Don't forget to hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get my new videos on your notifications. Join the notification squad. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the Matchweek 14 preview. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.